Alright, y'all, got another one for you. I picked this one up I ordered it a couple days after I got that Citadel. And as you can see, this is a Rock Island Armory GI model. It comes with an owner's manual. It gives an exploded view of the pistol. It also gives you a step-by-step instructions on field stripping and frame disassembly. There are no pictures. Safety. 2 spent shells from Arms Corps. And the warranty registration. 1 magazine, Act Mag. It's out of Italy. It's a good magazine. 8-round magazine. Very nice pistol. The only thing that I don't care about this pistol is the roll mark. The roll mark is not very deep. I don't know if it's acid etched or laser, but it could be deeper. They use computers. All their machinery is run by computers. It's a very well made pistol. I can't wait to fire it. Comes with wooden grips. They're okay grips. There's a lot of things that I would like to experiment with. This is one of those kind of guns that you can experiment taking it apart and that type of thing, because you don't have a terribly huge sum of money invested in it. I paid $409 for this. I'm sure that you can find them cheaper where maybe the volume is greater. It has serrations, slide serrations on the rear, low profile GI type sights. The rear one is dovetailed. The front one is not. It has the long trigger with serrations. The slide stop is checkered. The thumb safety has serrations. The hammer is checkered. Flat mainspring housing serrated. Front strap is smooth. It has the standard short guide rod. The plunger is, of course, checkered. It is a well put together pistol, especially for the price. There is no movement in the slide, no sideways movement in the slide. it's just like a standard. It is the standard GI model. This is one, again, another one of those weapons that you don't really have to worry about babying it. It has the cutaways near the trigger, and on this particular model, the cutaway on the left hand side is larger than on the right hand side. I'd like to give you, if I had better lighting, I would like to give you a close-up view of this. It is really nice. $409. I'm sure you could probably find them a little bit cheaper someplace where the volume is greater. But I mean, you can't beat it. Slightly beveled mag well. It is similar to the Citadel in that you can see the sear spring. There is a cutaway in the frame. I don't know what I did with that flashlight. You know, a lot of these GI 1911s, you've seen one, you've seen them all. But this one is put together as well as the Springfield is. Yeah, if I would have put the US grips on this, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The ejection port is lowered. A little bit of flaring there. Top of the barrel says caliber 45 ACP. Rock Island was acquired by Armscor. Armscor is the largest handgun manufacturer in Southeast Asia. They've been around since 1952. Rock Island has been around since about 1909. So this is not a new weapon. Minimal amount of beaver tail, just like the GI model. This one is Parkerized. Armscor also makes weapons for, they did make the Charles Daly. They also make weapons, the Spartan series weapons for STI, which is about, I think it's about a $1,200 gun. So they're not newcomers. This is not junk. They are cheaper, strictly because of the labor force, I'm sure. I could see a set of infidel grips on this, something of that nature. Again, the roll mark is not, it's not real deep. It's going to stay there, but Armscor puts out their own pistol line of pistols, and theirs is considerably deeper. I like it. It is a nice weapon. We'll check the trigger pull just because I got the thing. No, 5 pounds. That's easily accessible, the slide stop. And the you hear that click? The thumb safety. My pair of ordnance that I showed a while back, it is not that crisp. And of course, they, as you saw on Mr. 45 Bullets, they make different models of these. This is just the GI model, plain Jane. This was actually $60 cheaper than the Citadel. And there's something else I want to cover, and then I'll close. You know, I've debated saying anything about this. But there may be some adolescents watching that heard the same rumor. There used to be a rumor going around where if somebody, and now this was overseas, so this is a while back when the James Bond movies were out and that type of thing. If somebody holds a 45 on you and you're quick enough and strong enough by grabbing it and jamming it like that, even though that they have a hold of it, the pistol will not go off, right? Because the safety is off, grip safety is depressed, and the gun will not go off. Well, there was a boy overseas who was showing that to his buddy in the guardhouse, and he reached up and pulled it, and it went off and blew the whole backside of his hand out. I don't know if it was a faulty sear, a broken sear disconnect. I don't know what the problem was. But that particular fallacy is just that, as he demonstrated, aptly demonstrated. I don't know why he was stupid enough to do it with the round in the chamber, but he was. As you can see, it won't go off because it's not supposed to go off. But if it has a faulty mechanism in it, sear disconnect, the safety was off, the grip safety was engaged, and so those are the only two items I could think of that would allow it to go off, but it did, and took the whole back side of his hand out. And that's a long time ago. I'm sure that his hand is still messed up. And I debated saying anything. I didn't want to give anybody any ideas, but it's worth mentioning. If you hear that rumor, that's pure crap. If there's a problem with the weapon, it's going to go off. So I hope you like it. That is a Rock Island GI model, 1911. Ideal for the range. Just a pretty little 1911. Plain Jane, no frills. Well made weapon. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Catch you later.